All right, this is Cozumel trip 2020. This is our first true vacation since we've had kids by ourselves. And we didn't kill each other.
Not yet.
True statement. Okay, so we started out. We got here Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
We tried to go diving.
In a hurricane.
It was a disaster. I threw up on the boat. Thomas didn't.
I couldn't sink. The waves were too big.
It was a disaster. We should have never went. They were supposed to pick us up in front of the condo. We sat out there and waited with waves rolling in 10 foot tall, and they called and said, why couldn't they come get us?
It was too rough.
It was too rough. We should have known then they couldn't come get us. So then we had to get in the car and drive to a marina.
Mm-hmm.
We get on the boat, they shuttle us in, they get us out, and then...
Says everybody jump in quick.
Yeah.
It's going to be rough.
And the waves were...
At least 4 or 5 foot tall.
It was awful.
Every time the boat would move, it would splash and blow all the way back over the boat.
We were soaking wet. Nobody had their masks on because they were all so wet you couldn't even breathe through them. So by the time we got up from the dive, they'd already closed the port, so we couldn't do the second dive. And we had to go back to the marina. And nobody else got out that day.
Along the way,
because they were
she
smart.
decided to puke.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm telling you, it was bad. So that was the diving experience. It was, day one diving was a disaster, and I really didn't want to go again. And then we decided to try some land activities, and we went golfing.
Not bad. A little wet, though.
No, it was bad. How'd I do, honey?
Perfect. I think she hit 3 balls more than 5 feet.
That's pushing it. But we did see some cool alligators and flamingos.
And a big alligator.
Yeah. See if you can make him run. Who wants to see Dad get attacked by an iguana? And then we went exploring the island. Do you remember what that place was called?
The one on the far side?
Yeah.
No.
But it was really cool.
What was the name of that
I
one?
don't know what the name of it was. But there's no power on that side of the island. It's very desolate. Is that the right word? Is that a word? Isolated. Anyway. We ate at what was that restaurant called we ate at? Renchia.
Chinrio.
Chinrio.
Yeah, there we go.
And they don't have power.
Nope.
And I assume they cook the food by a generator?
No, they cook it by a wood fire and grease and yeah, the way we used to cook way back in the day.
No, they didn't. They had a generator.
Well, they had a generator for refrigeration. What little bit they had.
Well, some of the food was fried French fries. I don't think they cooked it on the wood fire.
Yeah.
They did.
A pot, cast iron pot.
That's really how
grease
they
in.
cooked all that food, on a fire.
Yeah, they would put a fire underneath the little kettle looking
I thought
thing and
they
drop
had
the
like
basket down in the grease.
Like a stove there that they
Well, they had
hooked
a
up by
flat
a
top
generator.
stove too.
Well, what was the generator for?
Refrigeration. It's kind of hard to keep stuff cold when it's 90 degrees. You can't do that with fire.
But they're only open for lunch because they don't have lights for dinner.
Or power.
A generator. But by day 3,
It slowed down.
and it was still a little rough.
It wasn't bad.
But we got a new dive master that day, Jorge.
Jorge!
He was my babysitter because I'm still not the best diver. But he took good care of me. He didn't let me dive. He did let me go below 80 feet for too long, and I had to do a decompression stop on the way up.
He told her not to.
Well,
She sank like a rock.
I put a lot of weights on that time. I went down to the bottom of the ocean. Day 3 diving was our favorite.
By far.
All kinds. Like, it felt like you were swimming in a fish tank.
Mm-hmm.
the GoPro YouTube still doesn't really do it justice. Because it
No.
looks like they're far away, but under the water, it looks like they are right here.
Yeah, like the eel that looked like it was 20 feet away was maybe 2 arm lengths.
Oh, and we got a new dive master that day, Nat. And Nat took me up under that rock with the eel.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, he was a good babysitter too because I told him he had to take care of me. So he literally grabbed my hand and took me everywhere, like up under the rock to see the eel. But it was pretty cool.
It was like somebody walking a kid around at the zoo saying, "Look at the wee bites."
Well, I got a better view than you did.
Yeah. That day we went to San Clemente Shallows, which was by far the best. It's a little bit of sandy bottom, but like different pods of coral along the way.
And it was shallow. Like you never went below 35 or 40 feet on that dive. Did you already say that?
No, we were at 50 feet there in some of it. The shallowest part was 27 feet, but hey. Just keeping track. I mean, it's not like you got a computer on your arm that tells you how deep you are.
Well, my babysitter didn't tell me that I was at 55 feet.
Yeah.
Anyway, they are good babysitters, so they take good care of you.
Yep. It was a big boat too, the Felicity.
Oh, yeah.
That outdoor, it was nice.
We didn't have to do the back roll in. We could do the little step off into the water. I think I liked that better.
Yeah, big ladder to get back in though.
Yeah, the tank's heavy though. And because I have to wear a lot of weights to sink. It's heavy.
You would be surprised that you don't naturally sink, particularly if you wear a real thick, full wetsuit.
And you're not super skinny. Oh, Thomas's favorite restaurant. What's the name of it?
La Perlita. La
La
Perlita.
Perlita. Y'all, we had to go twice. I can't
Very
wait
good.
for you to see the video. It's sketchy.
It is not.
Yes, it
It
is.
is the best coconut breaded lionfish. Best fish you will ever eat with mango salsa. I'm telling you, I don't care where it's at, we're going to eat it.
It was really good, but it's scary getting down there.
And then the Casa Mission was really good too.
Yeah, then he took me some nicer restaurants that didn't have dog fights outside and shady streets and bars over
It's
the
one of those
doors.
places that you could probably do dining in the dark at. Just ignore the outside.
No, you would probably get abducted at night. You should go during the daylight. Because the first night he took me at daylight, the second time was at dark. I guess he had to
There was nobody there when we went the second time either, except for us. So who knows?
Yeah, they were probably abducted before they got there. All right, so we're at dinner. Just thought I'd give you a little scenery of where we're at. And that's the reading. You know, just a little dinner entertainment. But anyway, that was good food. The Mission House was good food. Our favorite is probably Tortugas because we stay at a condo and not on a resort. There are no restaurants on the property. It's a very small property. What, 8 rooms? 10 rooms in the whole complex? But anyway, you can walk, I don't know, 10 feet over to Tortugas.
And meet Monkey. Hey, Monkey.
Monkey was our babysitter at Tortugas this week. He took good care of us. They have really good food. They have swings that you can sit out to eat on the dock.
Did you tell them about your picture I took of you out there surfboarding?
We can't put it on here, but there was a lady surfboarding who would not have needed a lot of weight to get to the bottom of the ocean. I don't even know if she had anything on. I couldn't even see any strings. I saw her butt though. Oh, Mexican car rentals. So they have Avis, what's the other name for this?
Hertz.
You know, reputable rental car services.
She's confused by the word reputable.
They also have Mexicar.
Highly
is
recommended.
A lot more economical.
Me and Alberto got to know each other at Mexico.
So anyway, check out the Mexicar video.
Very nice place. By the way, it's
They were really nice.
less than half price of your national chain.
Returning the rental car to Mexico.
Just saying.
Speaking of rental car, we don't stay in a resort. We don't take taxis because Thomas
Right.
thinks that he can drive in Mexico and he thinks he can read Mexican signs. And
All you got to know is alto. I mean, stop.
it's red. It's kind of easy.
It looks
But
like
when
an
you-
octagon, just like
and
a
it-
stop sign, 4
E-
letters.
An E with a line through it means no parking. But then it has all kinds of words underneath it of when you can park, when you can't park, except we don't know what
You
it
know
says.
when you can't park there?
No,
When
but-
somebody else is parked there.
Anyway, we hadn't got towed or sent to jail yet. The streets are really interesting. Most people drive a moped.
And they
Most
almost get run over.
families drive a moped. Mom and dad, kids on it, stacked pretty high. Anything else? Does that recap it all?
Again.
Anyway, we had a really good time.
Uh,
We're gonna go again somewhere.
Oh.
Where are we going next?
I don't know.
I might have to take my kids with me next time.
I think Indonesia or Honduras would be nice if we go skydiving. But we may not go. for that.
Skydiving?
I mean, snorkeling.
Snorkeling?
Yeah, whatever, scuba. Sorry, Mayor's still a little full of water this morning.
Speaking of the third dive, Thomas got sick under the water.
Got water in my ear.
He got a
Pressure
little
come up.
little
Not good.
woozy.
Grandma offered me a little red pill. She said, "It is your friend. Take it." So I took it. 10 minutes later.
It was just Sudafed,
Okay.
which is illegal in Mexico, but it was just Sudafed.
Fast acting.
It worked really nicely.
Yeah, 10 minutes later, we were good to go.
We were swimming with the sharks again.
Not
Headed
long.
home to my babies.